Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions and we're back with some movie reactions. It's Halloween in 3 days. I woke up this morning and I'm thinking, what could I do for Halloween? And I always have this list of so-called classics that I've never seen Italian horror films. I've not seen any, I don't think. I'm going through the list in my head of all the titles I know that are super popular. And I did it all day and I don't know if I've seen a single one. The only one that I didn't know if it actually was an Italian film is I've seen Cannibal Holocaust. I feel like the Cannibal Ferox, I think they're calling it, Ferox, F-E-R-O-X. I've not seen that one. I've seen Cannibal Holocaust, but I don't think that one is an Italian film. I think that was the point. People say the other one is better, but I've seen that one. I don't know why I've never seen an Italian film. It's probably because growing up, I lived on USA Up All Night, HBO. I saw all the cheesy classic 80s. I mean, some are just classic. They're not all cheesy. But I've seen pretty much everything. I watched this documentary, In Search of Darkness. Pretty much everything that is US, American, I've seen 500 times. So I figured what better thing to do than to jump in some Italian horror movies. When I was trying to decide, the biggest one is Suspiria. I've never seen Suspiria. I've not seen the remake either. But I started out the day thinking, all right, I'm going to do a lot of Dario Argento films. I think that's how his name is said. That is who Suspiria is done by. I know there's a bunch of others. I saw Inferno was a big one. Deep Red was another. Phenomena. I had all these movies lined up that I was going to watch because Suspiria is the one I hear of most of all. But then I asked a couple friends, I asked a couple people, what do you think? And everyone was saying this, City of the Living Dead. They said the sequel, which I didn't even realize till later, The Beyond, is even better. But to watch this first because it's technically a trilogy, but loosely. I don't know. They didn't want to spoil too much for me, but they said it's something to the effect of the Gates of Hell trilogy, done by Lucio Fulci. What is it? Lucio Fulci? I don't recall hearing his name often. It does ring a bell, and that's a disgrace because I have watched horror movies for 30 years at least. And I've never seen any of these. I don't know. Depending on how much I like this one, I might jump right into The Beyond, or I might do another one. But I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 of these for Halloween on Monday. You'll see how far along I got, because this will probably be the first one I edit up. But if I dig it and I'm going along, everyone said The Beyond is even better. A lot of people said The Beyond might be their favorite Italian horror film of all time. That is why I want to do the trilogy of these, because I also had a couple people, without knowing it was part of this so-called Gates of Hell trilogy, a lot of people were telling me House by the Cemetery is phenomenal. It's a newer one, I think they said, maybe 90s? I could be wrong about that, but I think it might be 90s, and it's the third in this trilogy. I had so many different people tell me City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, and House by the Cemetery without having me even know those were part of this guy's trilogy of films. I guess let's just jump in. I'm expecting to see some crazy gore-rific effects. That's like one of the things I always recall people saying about Italian horror films. Lots of blood, really red-looking blood. There was an Italian version with subtitles. I didn't really have a choice, but honestly, I'd rather watch the dubbed one because when I read subtitles, I tend to miss what's going on. And in something like this, I feel like I want to pay attention to everything. Let's see how far we get. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube, but I just don't have time to edit everything. Doctor Who, Person of Interest. All these movies will be up in full unedited on Patreon. There's probably already 30 or 40 movies, along with hundreds of hours of TV. Check it out. If not, City of the Living Dead. I had all this figured out like 10 hours ago. Jesus Christmas. City of the Living Dead. All right, way to start it with a scream in my ear, rock my ass off. I also didn't see any other versions of this. The other movies had different versions. That is very interesting music. New York. Is she speaking English? Because that's really good dubbing. Seance? Like, okay, what is that all about? Okay, a guy is hanging himself. Oh, the priest, I'm assuming, unless he just stole a suit. That's the same scream from the beginning, is it not? So he floated up there.
The dead! I see the dead!
That was...
the dead! Hold the link, don't break it. Mary!
So they're in New York. That was in Dunwich. The soul that pines for eternity shall outspawn death. You dweller of the something void come Dunwich? Dweller of the twilight void. I couldn't see it. It was so dark. So Dunwich.
Mary's dead.
No way! Are you serious? What? I literally thought that was going to be like a main character. She's dead? Maybe she's not dead. They're taking her away. Is she really dead? I feel like maybe, I don't know. Okay. So they had a seance. She saw the city of the dead, probably soon to be living dead. The dubbing is pretty good.
But your story
I almost didn't even know
to
before.
Expect me to believe that Mary Woodhouse died out of sheer fright?
From what I saw, that's what
What
happened.
about you? Coke?
What were you on?
Red?
I knew he was going to take that. They're on like
Where's
some
the
kind of...
stash down the
You
toilet?
don't deserve any help, Enoch.
Yeah, Enoch.
Enoch.
This poor girl is dead because of a book that was written 4,000 years ago.
I've definitely heard of Enoch before.
I would find such an unusual paradox of tremendous appeal terribly stimulating.
She
If I
looks
were
really
asleep.
familiar, that lady.
You're either on grass or you're pulling my leg.
No, the problem is in your mind. In the book of Enoch...
Interesting
the
camera
killer is-
angles.
Come here and look!
Did it just reverse itself? What the hell just happened? The usage of the camera angles, then immediately over there. What was that even happening? How do you explain that, sir?
Come out of the floor, out of nowhere.
Don't you start acting up too.
Keep refusing the truth in some other distant town. Horrendously awful things are happening.
People told me it's going to be different. Don't expect typical 80s horror that I'm used to. The effects are way more loud than your typical horror movie from back then. But a lot of 80s horror that I'm used to is intentionally cheesier. I don't know if these people are just extremely pale or if they're supposed to be near death or dying or something, because he and the other guy looked extremely pale. Is that a rat? What am I looking at? Is that the body that Mary, who just died, saw?
You're talking into my deaf ear, pal. Now take my advice and beat it before the sergeant comes out.
It looks like Casey Affleck aged a
Take
little.
your advice.
Got some hair and a stash. Most of the time you see the cops are like, I don't give a shit. The cop is actually doing his job. He cares. I love looking at old bars, especially...
By the way, I hear Cindy Horan never went home last night.
Ever since Father Thomas hanged himself, Dunwich ain't been the same.
You forget who our ancestors were.
No.
Oh.
I forgot how many beers you've drunk.
Oh, no way. All right, that's definitely...
I'll see you around. So long.
No, wait.
Oh,
Mike,
oh my God,
Raj.
look at the fog. What is the fog? What is this fog? Their ancestors. What, is Dunwich over like a giant war battlefield of bodies or something?
When I was 8 years old, I wanted to marry my father. I guess all girls that age want to marry their fathers.
I have to see Bob.
Bob,
Bob,
You're not upset,
Sandra, Emily,
I'm not upset.
His mother was what you'd call a woman of easy virtue.
a whore.
Here in Dunwich, anybody like that is also branded a witch.
All right, that's what they are. Our ancestors are Salem witch burners. Is she actually hooking up with this other dude? Whoa! Did she freak the cat out, or did the cat claw her and make her freak out? It's adorable.
Frightened him.
I'm thinking you frightened the cat. That's what I was saying. Because she screamed and then the cat freaked. The dubbing is one of the best dubs I've ever seen.
all against looking?
Yeah.
Mary, there she is. Oh, Mary's coming back to life. Oh, shit. I hope she busts this thing up. First off, what is going on there? What is that? It looks like a coffin that got set on fire. Like, that's a really odd-looking coffin. Maybe it's better for the ground. It's more biodegradable. You're starting to see the light go away. I love it.
It's 5 o'clock. We bust our balls enough. Let's go.
You just leave it undone?
You're not gonna leave her like that.
Yeah, you left her.
Union hours.
I don't know why he even butted in. He wanted them to leave. Like, they're basically like, all right, we're done. Take care. He can do whatever he wants now. They just leave her half buried. Now she can easily pop out of this. Is there glass? Why are there mirrors in the coffin? Dude! At least go back and check. Oh, he hears it now. He hears it now. Come on, dude. You gotta hear that shit. There you go. He heard it. I can't imagine someone would have misdiagnosed her, I have to assume. Because she looks great. The reason I'm questioning it is she's not acting like a zombie. She's acting like a real person. So I'm wondering if they just thought she died and didn't. Dude, go check. You heard enough. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The sound effects are pretty gnarly. Dude, no way. Are you serious? Oh, my God. Please make noise. That. Don't pickaxe the thing, please. Whoa, 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 dude. Whoa. Oh my God, are you insane? What kind of craziness is that? Dude, stop with the pickaxe in the... I changed my mind. I don't want this guy helping anymore. Who hears someone screaming in a coffin?
A terrible death.
And pickaxes it. I mean, he saved her life, but holy shit, dude. Is Mary alive?
City of the dead. The living dead. All I know
Dunwich.
is that it's called Dunwich.
If those gates are left open, it may be the end of humanity.
Gates of Hell Trilogy, I heard it was
Try to get them
called.
shut again. And if the portals of hell don't get shut before, no dead body will ever be able to rest in peace again.
Is she talking to me? Do I gotta go to Dunwich? Them looking at the camera like they're speaking to you? That's been done at least 2 or 3 times already. I dig it. I used to have that exact Corvette. That was my first ever car. Oh, yeah. She's going to see Bob.
Bob?
Is Bob the dude with the inflatable? Because she said, yeah, it is. Bob's the guy with the inflatable lady. Oh, because he found the body. He found... Oh, God, is the body alive? The priest just smashed worms and shit into her face. Camera angles are intense and I love it. Bob, circled. That's all we need to know. Tommy and whoever this is, I think, are dead. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, my God. Is it going to be like 50 bodies? No, it's not. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was even worse. What is going on with this priest? He just stares into her eyes? What? Is he killing her? That's what Mary did. She was salivating and she fell to the... Oh, that's way more than salivating. And he's trapped in the car? Oh, my God, it's her intestines and organs. Oh, my... I need a better explanation. Ultimate staring contest I've ever seen in my life. He just stared at a lady, and she coughed up her entire insides.
Well, she certainly wasn't strangled. Doesn't seem to have been any kind of physical abuse.
What is... Bob, it was, I mean, they're all thinking it's Bob, but it wasn't Bob. It's the priest.
I'll call out all cars after that boy.
Here's the thing. I don't know if the priest was the body, or like the priest is working with the body.
Opened the gates of hell.
Hung himself, opened the gates of hell.
Must be destroyed.
Mrs. Holden died last night, and according to Dr. Thompson, was frightened to death.
I'm with you, old man. I have a whole thing filled with wild turkey right here.
All I know is the air in Dunwich is getting awful thick. Better take John out.
Is John going to be like something that comes back? I know there's already a trilogy. I want John to be in the third one. Look at Bob. Why is Bob so pale? That's got to have some sort of meaning. Why does everyone see the priest? And everyone that saw that died right after, didn't they? And this dude is creepy as shit. Oh, he's going to rob their shit? Oh, you deserve to die, my friend. Notice even the regular people, they're doing something with the makeup. Oh. So Mortuary and Sons is going to be a dead man working on dead people. John, your chair is rocking by itself. What is happening right now? Is this the priest again? It's always the priest usually, or unless it's Bob. Jesus.
Emily's back. I saw her looking in the window. She wanted to catch me.
There are only two possibilities. Either I'm going out of my mind or something very, very strange is happening.
Dude, you're being way too calm. Get the fuck over here. This dude's probably gonna die. I hope Sandra doesn't. I hope Sandra lives. It's a body recovering. It's the old lady. Oh, jeez. Like, that dude, maybe they're not gonna go that angle, but that dude should totally, look, he's pouring the shit out of that now. I think this dude might die.
Bodies don't get up and walk away by themselves.
Yeah, Sandra, what are you, crazy? If I heard noises of that nature, I would either have left or ran upstairs with 20 weapons. If the old lady doesn't kill Jerry, I'll be shocked. Holy shit, the glass just shot into the wall. Look at that. None of you got hit by that shit? What is that?
Why are you folks going down there?
Well, we're just looking up a friend.
Look, he's gonna give a face like, look, there's his face. I knew there was coming a face. Lord help us, he's praying for him.
What are you doing in the backseat of my dad's car?
I didn't know where to sleep.
What are you doing? You didn't know how to get.
Oh God, it's the guy from the, oh Jesus, no way. There's no way he's actually gonna do this. I think not. I think Anne's gonna come in and save him, but I'm not really sure. Is he gonna? Someone's saving him. Someone's saving him. No fucking way. What the fuck? That... Are you kidding me? The way they were doing it with the slow-mo angle, I would have bet money he was going to get saved.
We've got to find the Undertaker or someone from the funeral parlor.
The Undertaker is dead.
There isn't much time left. All Saints' Day begins at midnight.
I cannot believe that Anne's father killed Bob.
Father Thomas?
Father Thomas. Oh, what is that all about? Popcorn? There is gotta be millions of maggots. Get out of the goddamn room! Get out of this room. Why are you even in here still? Run away for the love of God. Everyone out of the house. Don't answer the phone covered in maggots.
What happened?
John.
My
dad
dad
told me that Emily killed her parents.
But what is Emily doing right now? Oh, it's coming through the floor? He looks like he's like barely 10 or 12 years old.
Totally butchered. Literally ripped to shreds, those two.
Oh my God, they're ripped to shreds. I would be like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I understand they want to put an end to the priest thing with Father Thomas and everything. Everyone is rising now. Great. Jerry and Sandra are impressing me. And apparently monkeys? What animal is that I'm hearing? Okay. All right, Sandra is dead. John, run! Why do they just vanish? There's the stairs we keep saying. Well, that's very unfair. Not only are they superhuman strength and undead, but they can teleport. I don't think John's gonna make it, though. I feel like John...
John, thank God you're safe.
Is it literally like if you don't believe? They said something about the fear earlier.
Yeah, I'm in car 2 with Sheriff Russell.
Is it like a Freddy Krueger thing? Like you don't believe it's real, it won't hurt you? Give me a keg of beer. I would have told this guy, keg of beer to go, please, or lock us in. Oh, he's just locking us in. They're just gonna break the glass down?
I believe Father Thomas is buried in his family tomb over there.
It's All Saints' Day.
We're too late? And now we're back to the bar. I love the abrupt cuts. So unfair. If you don't know that you're not supposed to be afraid, you're screwed. I love the effects though. The color, the lighting in the background with the effects. Dude, it was nice knowing you. The Thomas family tomb. What are they all in that one thing? Is there like a stairway that goes underground and there's like an entire... No, thank you. If I was going down there, I would say, no, please don't follow me. Because the second I see something disturbing, I'm running back up. It's past midnight, All Saints Day, cracking it. Oh, there we go. He went out the back.
Someone must have broken in from the other side.
Jerry is getting thrown into every situation willingly. We killed all the bar guys. Probably like hundreds of bodies around, right? Sandra, whose head was just ripped off. Gross. Vedas can reappear behind you and rip your brains out. And now the red-eyed rats immediately eat his head. Oh shit, don't look at her. Don't regurgitate all your shit again. Jerry, knock her out of it. So her head is ripped off and her brain is exposed, but you stabbed her in the gut and she's down? Is this where they buried all the Salem witches? These are all the bodies? I can't believe they're still pushing forward. Is that a door? What is that? Is that a door? Is that the gate to hell? What is that? Oh, no. This is not good. We all need to run. There's like stained glass. Yeah, you're surrounded. If you don't fear it, you're fine. Yeah. You're pretty gross, lady. Father Thomas, what the fuck is going on here? No, not with the bleeding eyes again. Right in the dick. Crossed him through the dick. Or at least the gut. I don't know. I'm like Jerry came through. The guy who I thought would never succeed ends up being the one to save everyone. Kill the leader, everyone fries. White Walker shit. Please end on that shot, because like that would be like great. I don't need to see anything else. Do it. Just go to credits. I think they're gonna give us a little something else, but if it goes to credits, I was like, if they go to credits, I'm good with that. But hey, let's see what else they got. That was amazing. I'm definitely jumping into Beyond. John, is Jerry going to come crawling out? Here's Jerry. Is it Jerry? Yes, it is. I thought Jerry was going to die. I'm like, Jerry is such a douche. And he ends up being the friggin' savior. Is there going to be some kind of craziness right now? Oh, God. What is happening? What is happening? What? All right, guys, that is it for the City of the Living Dead. Phenomenal. I am going to take a break, and then I'm jumping into the Beyond, the second in the Gates of Hell trilogy. I gotta admit, that was way better than I imagined be, but everyone told me I would love it. People are like, Jay, we know what you like. You'll love it. In the beginning, I was like, this is weird. I still have questions, and the way it ended is still very ambiguous because of the way they reacted. The only ones that survive are Jerry and Mary. And Jerry and Mary see little John running towards them, and they're all happy, and then all of a sudden they're making this face like, no! And then you hear like the music kick in, the great music that has been blasted throughout the entire thing. Phenomenal music used throughout. The main thing, like the boom, 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 that is great. When there is chaoticness or whether or not you know something evil is about to approach, that is great. But throughout the whole movie, there's like this rock kind of music that plays. Very interesting usage of music, but it all works. The same thing with the camera angles. The camera angles are intense. They zoom in on people's faces like really quick. They'll stick on people's eyes for minutes and they'll look right at you in the screen. The old lady who we didn't really... I don't know, maybe she was one of the bodies. No, she was back in New York. That's right. The old lady who was doing the seance at the beginning. It all started in New York. Well, it started in Dunwich. And then they went to New York, and that's where Mary was. Mary sees this vision. She's like the city of the living dead. The city of the dead, it's coming to life. Dunwich is the city. They have a history because they built a city, from what I'm to understand, over the burial site of all the Salem witches that they burned and massacred and everything else. The only thing I'm not connecting, and maybe there is no connection, is in the very beginning, we see the priest. We see him hang himself, but he didn't really hang himself. He floated above the ground, and then there was a noose, and then there he goes, and he hangs himself. He's dead. But he didn't really hang himself. He was like already possessed, or something took over him. Father Thomas is his name. That is the main catalyst that brings everything together at the end. Jerry, I got to admit, Jerry did not make me feel too comfortable, in the sense that I was like, if this is the dude that's going to save the world or save our lives, I don't think it's going to happen. Jerry looks way too calm and doesn't believe in these situations. And honestly, I feel like that is what made him prevail, because they kind of, in some ways, or if not in some ways, flat out said with the guys in the bar and everything else, if you don't fear it, it disappears. I think Jerry learned that early on, and that's probably why he was able to prevail, because early on when little John ran away, he saw that one entity. I don't know who it was at that point, because so many people died. We got introduced to so many characters, and it worked though. I just don't know who was who, because with the makeup and everything, it's hard to tell who was who. Jerry sees it, little John runs away, and Jerry's like, if I don't fear it, it goes away. Very much like Freddy Krueger, the nightmare dream states, that sort of thing. Jerry ends up, in the end, being like, yeah, don't even worry about it. But when the Father Thomas figure appears, and they're at what looks like the gates of hell, because there is a door underground, there's stained glass. I don't know what just happened. I think it was underground, to the point where they went to the gates of hell, and there was stained glass, and Father Thomas was ready to welcome us or bring us in and take over the world. And Jerry just grabs a cross and stabs him through the chest, or the lower region of the stomach. It looked like almost through the dick and balls into his crotch, and he ignited. And then once he ignites, everything else ignites, and we all win and we prevail. We crawl back through, and little John runs to us, and then we hear him scream. Or not scream, we hear the scream from the beginning, in the very beginning of the movie, before they even showed City of the Living Dead. It was this scream, and it was Mary, and Mary has screamed many times throughout the whole movie. What does it all mean? I feel like we won, but I guess we didn't. Father Thomas is dead. They all ignited. There was some sort of gate of hell. At the end, they had not good looks on their faces, and Dunwich is a bad place to live. I'm jumping into the beyond. I'm going to take a break. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube, but I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Battlestar, Stargate, all these other shows. Dozens, if not probably 30, 40 movies at least already in full on Patreon. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.